What's up, everybody? Today we're back here on Appalachian Mountain, and if you remember from last time, I had started loading this trailer here right in front of us, and was kind of starting to make a mess of things with that Tiger Cat grapple loader, which I thought I'd give another shot. But I switched back to the FDR grapple loaders, and I went ahead and bought two of them to replace both those Tiger Cats. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one up here to this wood chipper. And it looks like we've got a full, or pretty much, yeah, it's full. So we'll have to take that load of wood chips and sell it. Or, I guess, well, I don't know. I've been storing them over there, but I guess we'll have to just look and see what the prices are doing. Anyway, we'll get this thing offloaded and ready to go. In fact, I'm just going to kind of cheat a little bit. Get right off the edge. Alright, well, I've been really looking forward to all the comments, and or I guess I shouldn't say looking forward to it. I've been enjoying all the comments, and everybody's saying how much they like the Dodson logging map, which is pretty cool. I worked a good long while on that, and don't think it's anywhere near perfect, but you know, it's my first attempt at a map, so I thought it turned out pretty good for a first go. But I've already started on my second map, and I'm not gonna tell you what the name of it is just yet. I already do know what it is, but I just don't want anybody, you know, grabbing my idea and taking off before I have a chance to really work on it. I've got part of the town laid out, part of the roads. I'm doing the roads differently this time, so it's going a lot faster. Last time I was doing it by hand, and that just really wasn't working out too well. It took forever to put the roads down. This time I'm using splines and popping the roads all in at one time, or at least a good many of them. Now it's gonna be fun whenever I get to a curve, but I have to hand place those, I guess. But anyway, it's gonna be a good bit different than Dodson logging. There is some mountains involved, so it'll be pretty fun. At least I hope so. Oops. That's what I was kind of wanting to do, but it didn't do that the first go around. And just try to clean up some of this. Had a couple of logs get away from me last time. Oh, golly. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, even attempting to load this middle bunk first. Maybe if I get them all situated right and locked down. Well, I think that one must have got away. Yeah, I think I better go ahead and lock this down, because I'm already starting to get crazy here. Yeah, this new map's pretty cool, I think. It's not really anything I had on my mind at first when I was thinking about doing another map, but sometimes what I'll do is I'll go look at some of the free 3D model websites. There's a couple of them. I mean, there's not. I mean, well, I guess I should say a couple. Most of them do have some free ones on there, but you really have to, I guess, be satisfied with lower quality, because usually there's a few that I've found that have pretty good quality of the mods that are free, but most of them aren't that great. But anyway, you can import them into Blender, and if they've got the textures and all that stuff, you can add them in. Like, for instance, on my Dodson logging map, that school bus that's behind the gas station, that one was a free model I found online, and I've figured out how to take it into Blender, get the textures in there, and then export it to a .i3D file so I could use it in the game. But I haven't had too much luck lately getting the textures in there. You know, when you open them up in Blender, sometimes the textures are just already there, I guess. If it's a Blender file, maybe they saved it, you know, with the textures turned on or something. And I kind of know how to turn the textures on, or to get them to show up, you know, in Blender. But I don't know, I just haven't had much luck this last time. But I did find one pretty cool 3D model that I got to thinking, oh, well, that'd be kind of neat for a map, and so I downloaded it and got it to work in Giant's editor. So we'll go with it and see what happens. Like I said, I've already got a good bit of the road put in. I mean, there's another major highway that runs right through the middle of my map this time. I kind of like that. That way it gives you a nice road to drive on to get to places. Well, I'm not having much luck with that one. And then you can get to all the areas of the map and all that. And I am planning on doing it a bit different this time. You'll have to actually take another road and go off the beaten path a little bit to get to the sawmill instead of it being right along the highway. So that'll be a little different. I don't have any time frames yet on map release. Like I said, it is going a bit faster than the last one, but I just don't know at this point. Because I seem to have a good bit of time to work on it this time as opposed to last time, the last map. So we'll just have to see how it goes, and stay tuned to Facebook, and I'll make some announcements here on YouTube videos about where I'm at and anticipated release and that sort of thing. And I think what I may do also this time is, if you're subscribed to me on Patreon, I may release the map early to the Patreon subscribers, like maybe just I don't know, a few days early or something, just give those folks a bit of time to play on it. Or what I could do is some sort of beta thing where I release it to the Patreon members when I'm still kind of like getting into that final testing phase to have some help, you know, testing it out. So I don't know, we'll see. If you've got any comments on that, leave me a comment down below, and then I'll check them out and do. I may do some kind of announcement on Facebook too, like you know, if you'd like this to be beta release or early release on Patreon, let me know. Whatever the overwhelming response is, or if I get any responses at all, we'll go with that. Because I would like the Patreon members. I mean, I don't have very many Patreon members at the moment. Because what I was planning on doing was I was hoping I'd get, you know, quite a few right off the bat, and then we could start doing the monthly giveaways like I was been talking about. But I realize now that it may take a little bit to get several of the Patreon members on board. I know that's, you know, $5 a month doesn't sound like much, but when you don't have much to begin with and you're just watching the YouTube videos, you know, for free and all that stuff, which I don't mind doing, but you know, It can be at times tough to come up with $5 a month. And I also realize a lot of y'all guys that watch, or you know, maybe you're still in school or something and aren't out in the real world yet. And that's alright. Y'all can just keep on watching, because I'm going to keep on making videos. But, you know, if you've got an extra $5 a month and want to help the channel out and get some good stuff, then head over to Patreon, type in NLA Gaming, or you can just hit the video description below. I've got a link to it down there. Well, I'm not having much luck. Let me put just a couple more on here. We're not going far, so. And then also, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Help me out, get to 1,000. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so my videos can be monetized again. And when that happens, I'm not that far away from getting paid. I think last time I looked, I was up to like $70 something, and YouTube doesn't pay you until you get to 100, so I'm pretty close. But I just need a big push here to get us up to 1,000. And I've had quite a few over the last month or two. And I do appreciate everybody that hits that subscribe button. And I didn't do it for Dodson logging, but I am planning on doing it for this next map. I'm going to be eventually doing some videos where you can see, you know, progress on the map. Oops, I totally cut the wrong one. Of course, you know, I don't know how many of you would actually like to see. I mean, I guess it'd be kind of a preview thing, but I don't know how many you like to sit there and watch somebody working on a map. Oh gosh. All right, let's get this thing going. We're out of logs. It's not making any wood chips. It's not making us any money. Uh-oh. Forgot to unstrap. Get us some light so we can see what we're doing. That does help. Yeah, this is much better than that Tiger Cat grapple loader. Except for the camera moving. Still ain't quite figured that one out yet. I'll tell you, these little small logs just give me fits. Oh well, screw it. Leave it there. That's why I hate messing with them little small trees. And tops. I don't like the tops either. This thing, thought this thing would have kicked on by now unless it's completely full. I know it's not full of logs. It could be completely full of wood chips though, because the trailer over there is full. See this little counter down here right below us, it should tell us how much is in there. And I've seen it fuller than that, so we still got a ways to go to get the logs full in it. There it goes. Well, I may have it covered up now. I can't see. Yeah, I've got the display covered up. Oh well. It'll hold more than whatever's in there. And I guess we can go check out how many wood chips is in the storage area. So we got a bunch. 753. We got a ton of unloading to do. Let's see. Let's look at the prices. $313. That's not great. I tell you, let's keep on storing these wood chips, and we'll wait for the prices to come up. I'm going to try to back this one down in this back left corner. And see, this is, you know, no offense to the Beard Shot Gaming here, but this is one of the reasons I left my wood chipper out away from the fence, so I could drive around the back side of it instead of having the back end. But hey, it works. I wonder what I keep hitting. I guess it's some kind of terrain or some collision or something back there I'm hitting on. Alright, that'll take a minute to fill up. We'll go ahead and get our truck back over here to the job site to get these logs cleaned up. So I'll just throw them in the wood chipper. Oh, and that's that, okay, this is that Kenworth truck that's got the 7 meters on the front and 5s on the 2 back bunks. Yeah, it's a nice truck, but I don't like having to cut different size trees or logs. So I'm just going to keep going with this truck. I may eventually sell this Kenworth. There it is. Get some of this wood cleaned up around the landing. I may have to get me a new feather buncher. I won't see it anywhere. I was going through all my mods the other day, and there was some mods that I had that a couple of them I've had for a while, and a couple of new ones. And I was just kind of cleaning up my mods folder. I had a good many in there that had a bunch of errors and stuff with them, so I went ahead and just got rid of those. And I think my feather buncher was one of those. There wasn't any huge issues with it, but it did have some error messages, so I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and get rid of it. So I've got the FDR one that I like using. There's a couple others that are pretty good. So let's see here. Let's just take a look. Yeah, that was it. So I didn't have any feather bunchers. I'll have to get me one. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. We got plenty of money. I'm just going to grab the FDR feather buncher if I have it activated, which I don't. Alright, well, be right back. Alright, just trying to get that trailer closed back up. Don't need that big long thing. And got our feather buncher purchased. Alright, before we get started cutting, let's get this truck hooked back up and get it out of the way. In fact, I'm going to turn it around just in case we need to get something else at some point. It'll be pointed back towards the shop. In fact, I'm going to put it on the other side of the road just because I'm a fellow buncher. At some point we're going to cut down those trees. So we'll park it right there. And let's see. Let's go check on our truck. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so we're full. May not be able to get these. Oh, I guess I can get that one. If I can get that one, I can get the other one. Alright. That'll work. Alright, got all that cleaned up. I'll tell you what, let's hop in the dozer here just for a few minutes and get some of this wood chip stuff kind of pushed around. We'll kind of start pushing it back towards this far corner. spilling out the back. Alright, well that got it a little bit cleaned up. Yeah, and I kind of hate how all the chips spill out the back, but there's not really a whole lot you can do about it. It's just sort of a giant's thing. So whenever you're making a map, if you want to have an area where you can tip things to, there's basically you have to kind of paint on where you want the chips to go and not go. So in this case, you can see how it all kind of stops. It follows this line. See, it's all in a straight line there, and it's kind of stops here. So whenever Beardshot was making this map, looks like he didn't get close enough to the wall with that when he painted on the tip collision area, so it just spilled back a little bit. But that's, you know, that's okay. I mean, it's not a whole lot you can do about it other than, like I said, just paint it on a bit closer. And actually, but then what you run into is you may not have wood chips at the very inside of it. They may not tip there, but I don't know. I think I'd almost rather have it a little bit inside than too much outside. But anyway, it's all right. We'll continue on working to fill that up. In fact, let's see. This may be full already. This thing is pretty slow to get going, but once you get wood chips in there, it fills up the truck pretty fast. And so what we'll do is I'll get some conveyor belts set up, and once the wood prices start going back up, or the sawmill goes into great demand for wood chip or something like that, we'll have the conveyor belts ready to go, and we'll load them in the trucks, get them sold as quick as possible. Alright, let's cut a few trees. Get some lights on. Oops. Can't have that popping up every time. Yeah, this fellow buncher wasn't made for these big trees. FDR always jacks with the... Oh no. That was close. Just about tipped it over. Yeah. Where was I at? This tree, I guess. Yeah, FDR, when he makes his maps, he's got some custom made trees that are better suited for his equipment. So these big old trees here is not, this fell buncher's not liking it too much. I was trying to avoid that, and the machine was tipping over. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up getting rid of that Kenworth truck right there. I just don't like cutting the different size logs. I'd rather them all be one size. But I probably will, once I sell that truck, I'll probably get another semi and then with a longer log trailer so we can make some long logs and go sell those at the sawmill instead of chipping them up. Of course, I guess we could sell, sell them anywhere, but if we make the longer ones, I like to generally go sell those. Doesn't matter, I guess. Oops, kind of threw that one. Yeah, this map here is a 4X map. It would take a while to cut all the trees on this one. That's for sure. If you've been following my channel, I've got a series going with Pacific Inlet by FDR Logging, and I'm attempting to cut down the whole map. I've got, I don't know, I guess somewhere maybe around a quarter to a third completely cut. You have to go check out the video. I've got a playlist too of all the Pacific Inlet. You can watch from start to finish. And occasionally throughout the Pacific Inlet series, what I've been doing is high-speed logging. I've just been doing a time-lapse to kind of help speed it along a little bit, because I mean it would take, I don't know, a couple 300 episodes or something of an hour long to complete the whole map. I'm guessing something like that. I've already got close to 250. No, was it more than that? I can't remember now. So it's well over 200 hours into that map, and like I said, we've only cut about a quarter to a third, maybe. So go check out those videos. There's some pretty good stuff there. Or if you just want to watch the high-speed logging, I'll put them to music, and it's kind of fun to watch. So that's something else to watch here. I haven't done a Pacific Inlet video in a while. I know I picked up quite a few subscribers here lately, so you might want to go check that out. Because that's pretty much where I started on Farming Simulator 17. Just as soon as that map came out, I thought it'd be kind of cool to try to completely cut the whole map out and to count the number of loads that we do. So you can also see that too. You can see how many loads we're up to. I think it's is it 200? If it's not 200, it's close. I just can't remember now. It's been so long. It may be more than that. Maybe closer to 220 or 250. I just can't remember. Gosh, this fellow buncher is just a rockin'. Alright, so we're now up to 375 subscribers, which is awesome because I was just a little less than that even yesterday. So thanks for all the new subscriptions, and I hope you're enjoying the videos, and we'll continue to watch. And I want to mention again, just real quick, if you feel like you can do a little bit to help out the channel, head on over to Patreon, or I've got a paypal.me account where you can make a one-time donation if you'd like to, and that will go back directly to the gaming experience. What I'm hoping to do with the money I get from YouTube, from Patreons, from PayPal, whatever, is put it right back into the channel, and that is either buying, like when Farming Simulator 19 comes out, buying it so we can play and check that out. I might purchase some models to use in maps, or even, who knows, maybe even making a vehicle mod or something, or a forestry type mod. Who, just never can tell. I'd probably have to, contact somebody that knows how to mod, because I sure don't. The vehicles, anyway. So you just never can tell. And my original idea, which we're still going to do, is once we get to 10 Patreon subscribers, I'm going to start doing a monthly giveaway, and that's going to be pretty cool stuff. Copies of the game, well, any kind of game, Farming Simulator, American Truck Simulator, Gold Rush, spin tires, just whatever, and probably what I'll do is I'll say, okay, I'm gonna give away a copy of Spin Tires this month. Would you like it on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, whatever? And if it's a physical copy of the game, I'll have to get an address and mail it off to you. But if it's a digital copy of the games you can play on the PC, then I'll just send you a code. I've already done that. Well, when I got to 100 subscribers, I thought I was doing pretty good, and I gave away a copy of the game. I think about only maybe one person wanted a copy of it. Of course, most everybody had already had copies of the game. Farming Simulator 17 is what I gave away. Oh well, that one person I hope was happy. But yeah, we'll be doing stuff like that, and it could even be something nice like a video game monitor or something. I mean, just never can tell. It depends on how many Patreons we get. Now, also, I mean, I could from time to time use some of that money for stuff like, like I've got two different kinds of joysticks. The one on the left is okay. It works it's about 90%. I really need a new one, but then the issue I run into is Gold Rush, because you can only use you can't use two of the same exact joysticks. So I've got two Logitech joysticks here. I can play them both in the game, but I can't have two of the exact same models. Like, for instance, my left one is a older Attack 3 and the right one is a Extreme 3D Pro, and I can't use two 3D Extreme Pros because it won't work, unless they've fixed that by now. Hope they have. I haven't played Gold Rush in quite a while. But or like for Farming Simulator, what I really want is some flight rudder pedals, so I can use this machine, like this machine here, this Fellow Buncher. I can use pedals with it, and that way I can keep my hands on the joysticks and cut a whole lot faster. I mean, if you think I cut wood fast now, just wait till I get some pedals, then we'll be rocking and rolling through this timber. But gosh, those things are like $100 or more. Those flight sim pedals, the ones I want is a Thrustmaster. I think they go for about $90. I've looked at them on eBay, and every once in a while I'll see a used one, but still they go pretty quick and for a good bit of money. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of there. We've got enough wood on the ground for a while, and when I get some of this wood out of the way, I'll come back and cut these last 3 trees over here and kind of clean this little area up. Alright, well, let's go check on our truck over here and see. Yep, he's full again. Alright, so let's get this dumped out, and then that'll probably be about all the time it got for today. And I'm gonna have to get me a new, yeah, I already got rid of it. I had a Caterpillar front end loader, wheel loader, sitting over there on the right side of the wood chip area, but I didn't like it. It looked kind of cartoonish. I've got a really super nice one by Wood Meadow Farms, and I'm gonna get that one over in here. That's I believe it's a Caterpillar 980. 980K, I believe is what it is. It's super nice. But you know, I'm not really sure what would be faster, the conveyor belt or a wheel loader. I think the wheel loader would probably be faster. You can put more in the bucket than you can going up the conveyor belt. It seems like I remember that those conveyor belts are kind of slow. Alright. Well, we still got a bunch of wood chips, I'm sure, yeah. 580,000 liters of wood chips. Good grief. And that thing's still going, so we got wood chips for days, folks, and when we come back we'll have that one full up again, I'm sure, and several more loads. And I'll think about that wheel loader, but I think that's what I want to do is that wheel loader over here, and we can scoop them up and put them into a trailer, I think much faster than a conveyor belt. In fact, we haven't really sold all that much, but let's look and see how much this... Oh, I don't have it turned on. Okay, I don't have it activated. Alright, we'll get that for next time. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to get me a... That's pretty cool, a screenshot right there. We'll probably use... we did a bunch of wood chips today, so we'll use this right here as our screenshot. But I'm going to go ahead and get that, and then we will see you next time. So I do appreciate you watching. Hit that subscribe button if you hadn't already, and we will see you next time here on Appalachian Mountain. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.